Hi, I'm Maria. My parents have been careless with me since my childhood and they didn't like me. The reason was that I was their unwanted and early child. They told themselves that they didn't want to have a child until 10 years after their marriage. But in the first year, my mother became pregnant and I was born. When I was born, my parents were forced to move away from their goals and work harder to make a living and grow me up. Because of this, I was under a lot of pressure. My parents didn't pay attention to me, and it was as if I wasn't their child. They didn't even buy clothes and toys for me, and I always wore old clothes. They always disrespected me and said that you are an unwanted child and you will be nothing in the future. These words bothered me a lot, and I always went to my room and cried. This manner continued until I grew up and entered high school. I had a friend at high school named Sarah. Sarah and I were very close, and she always supported me. For example, whenever a boy wanted to bother me, Sarah would always stand up for me. Sarah and I spent a lot of time together at that period. On the other hand, because I trusted Sarah, I told her the story of my life. Sarah was also angry that my parents were abusing me. She told me that she was trying to help me earn some money so that I could leave my parents' house faster and live comfortably. One day, she told me, "Do you have YouTube?" I said, "No." She installed it on my cell phone. That night, when I went home, I watched videos on YouTube and I liked it pretty much. I sat down and watched all types of videos. When I was in my room at nights, I was spending time on YouTube. Until one night, I decided to put on a mask and record myself and share the story of my life and tell how much my parents are careless and do not love me and think that I'm an obstacle in the way of their progress. When I did this and posted the first video, only 5 people watched for the first few days. But I took another video again a few days later. I was taking a video every 3 days and I shared the stories and memories of my life. After a month, all my videos had viewers and I had a lot of subscribers. I still didn't know that I could make money through my own videos at that time. And I did it just to entertain myself and feel out my emotions. But one day, when I explained to Sarah that how much my videos were being watched, Sarah got surprised and said, "How much money have you made so far?" I said, "Money? What do you mean?" Then Sarah explained to me that YouTube pays for high viewed videos. This even led me to follow the main story and realize that I had earned $1 million so far that I wasn't aware of. I jumped for joy when I saw that money on my YouTube account. But I shouldn't let my parents find out because they would take my money away and bother me again. I decided to go to my grandmother and tell the story to her. And my grandmother became happy when she found out how much money I had. And she told me that she would buy me a house with this money. About after a month, she bought me a house, and I decided to take revenge on my parents. I went to my new house and took a picture and sent it to my parents. My father was surprised when he saw the photo and said, "Come home quickly, where are you?" I went to our house to tell them the story. When I arrived, they were there looking so angry, and they asked me about where I've been. I told them, "This is my own house. I bought it with my own money." Then I told them the story of how I got rich. When I told the story, they quickly changed their morals and hugged me, and my mother said, "I always believed in you. Your father and I have always loved you." I said, "You loved me? You didn't even want me to be born." Then I went to my house. After that day, they kept calling me and told me that they loved me so much and I should go to them. I just laughed and never answered them again. They don't deserve me. Maybe they had nothing to do with me, but God helped me to have my own life. I'm still famous on YouTube and I took off my mask and everyone could see my face. I became very famous. Well, that was my story. What's your opinion? Would you give them another chance?